Welcome to another episode of Remember the Great Sports. As I talked about on another video about Lou Brock, remembering Lou Brock, I wanted to do a similar video like this for Tom Siever. Now, if you recognize this box on the screen, I actually shot a video last week and shared it with you, and I went through the entire set. So you've seen this item already on my channel. So just like the Lou Brock video, which I'll post up here in the corner as well for you to look at, I'm trying to only show unique items that I have related to Tom Siever. Now, I could show you cards like this of Tom Siever all day. And, you know, there's nothing special about this. I picked this up for like $1, you know, at a card show. And I have a really large affinity for these leaders cards because a lot of them usually have multiple Hall of Famers. In this case, it has 4 Hall of Famers on it, which is really neat. And I could show you cards like that of Tom Siever all day and night. As a matter of fact, I do have a copy of his 1968 Rookie Cup card, which is his first single card with just him on it. His true rookie card was the 67, of course. And I actually could not put my hands on it at the time of shooting this video. I kind of misplaced that card. So as I was looking for that card, I thought, you know, everybody's seen a 1968 Topps of Tom Siever anyway. So I'm just going to look for unique items in my collection that are just specific to Tom Siever that maybe you may not have seen before and you didn't realize that are out there. So I'm going to start with a real basic one, and this one's very common. This is just a Hall of Fame plaque from Cooperstown. When I made a trip to Cooperstown many years ago with my father, I bought every living Hall of Famer's Hall of Fame plaque with the hope that maybe one day if I ever got to see somebody to ask for an autograph, I would ask them to sign their plaque. This, of course, didn't happen with Mr. Siever. I never had access to him. Not that I really tried either. I really didn't try to get this signed. You know, I'm sure there could have been a private signing or two that I probably could have got it signed if I really wanted to. So it's not really a big deal that I didn't get that one signed because I'm going to share some autographs with you that I did get signed. Now, if you also saw my Lou Brock video, this one's not going to be as long, but I also showed the Lou Brock out of this set. And this is from 1969, and this was from a novelty playing card company that produced baseball cards that year. And as far as I know, this is the only year that they made them. And this set is actually, as you can see, it's blank because the idea is that it's a playing card. This set is actually just paper. And this is a really unique set, you know, really cheap to buy from 1969. You can find these really cheap, the singles. You can find a complete deck of them, 52 cards, of course, for a real affordable price. I paid maybe like $10 for the deck of 52, and I thought that was a great deal. So there's the Tom Siever. And this next item is actually a regional issue, but I think they made different versions of this, and maybe some of the older collectors that collect oddball stuff can share with me. But this is the Cass potato chips card from Snack Time, and I'm guessing this is from 1985. And Cass Potato Chips was actually a company based out of the St. Louis area where I grew up. And I'm gonna just really quick off camera here show you the other cards out of the set. They had superstar cards, you know, Cal Ripken, Ryan Sandberg, on down the list, but they also released Cardinal versions of the cards as well, regionally. And I have a nice little collection of these. Maybe I'll share them with you in full in a video in the future. But this Cass Potato Chips Tom Siever, I think, like I said, they've made different versions of this card. Instead of being Cass, it's, you know, a different chip company or whatever. But you used to get one of these in a can of chips when you bought them. So I have quite a collection of these because these were actually regionally issued cards from where I grew up. Now, this next item is actually an autograph. And if you remember the video that I showed this box set, I also showed some front row autographs off. And this is not a set, but it is an authentic autograph. As you can see, serial numbered on the back there. out of 5,000 of the front row series of autographs, like the Yogi Berra, the Buck Winter, and Whitey Ford that I showed in a previous video. Now, I picked this up for like around 10 bucks a little while back. I knew what I saw the minute I saw it. This is an authentic Tom Siever autograph. You know, it's not licensed. As you can see, they airbrush all the Met stuff out by the Major League Baseball. But front row had a lot of Hall of Fame type players during the early 90s sign a bunch of these and distributed them through their various means. And I happened to find this at a card show or something for 10 bucks, and I snagged it right away when I saw it. Now finally, the last item I want to show you, this has been in my collection since I've been a kid. This is a very ugly autograph, to say it nicely, but this is a sentimental card because I remember my father buying this for me at a flea market that we went to together, and it was super dirt cheap, 10 bucks, somewhere in that neighborhood. And it is a 1971 strikeouts leader, and you can see Tom has signed it in ballpoint pen, but it's also signed by Bill Stoneman in ballpoint pen. And you're like, well, why didn't you get Fergie to sign that? Well, Fergie already signed it. He just decided that he wanted to sign it on the back. So I'm not really sure why that's in black Sharpie on the back by Ferguson Jenkins, and why he just didn't, you know, sign up here or something. But I remember going to a flea market, and as you can see, this is in a screw down holder. I've had this in a screw down for ever since I've had it, basically. And the seller said, well, you know, it's signed in ink pen, it's not a pretty autograph. Jenkins signed it on the back, give me 10 bucks for it. And my dad and I kind of looked at each other and said, sold. So this is a sentimental autograph for me. It's not the prettiest. Technically it's complete, but you know, it's not the best in any way or fashion. The ironic thing is I've seen Ferguson Jenkins a couple times in person, and I probably could have asked him to re-sign it on the front, you know, just jokingly with him, saying, well, he signed it already, but I was wondering if he could sign it again. And I just never thought of pulling this out of the case and getting it signed when I saw Ferguson Jenkins. But, you know, I bought it more for the Tom Siever. At least the Siever is legible. It's not the prettiest, but it's there. So, in a nutshell, that is my unique Tom Siever collection. And these are some items that you just don't see every day. I want to remember Tom Siever just as much as I do Lou Brock, because they were both assets to the game of baseball for many years, and two of the greatest baseball players to ever play the game. And I just wanted to share with you some items in this video. I will link the Lou Brock video at the end of this video, and the Tom Siever video will be linked at the end of the Brock video. I ask you, if you enjoyed this video, check out the Lou Brock. If you watched the Lou Brock one, you know, I'm glad that you were here and joined me for this. So, thanks for remembering the greats, Tom Siever, and please tell me what items you like the most down in the comments below. I appreciate your feedback. Thanks.